everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Podcast with your host. Well, I am your host, Dustin Calloway. Let's get this thing going today, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm tired. Long night. I woke up early. So I'm gonna try my hardest to get through this. I like what's going on with this one today. This is episode 17, I want to say, of my podcast. If you want to go check out my podcast, go ahead and head over to YouTube. It's on YouTube. I have 16 episodes on there right now. So when you get a chance, head over to YouTube and check it out. Now, to get this thing going today, before I get started, look, this episode, I drop them on YouTube on Sundays at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is just me giving you guys a snippet of, basically what I'm going to be talking about on my podcast tomorrow. So you'll have the full episode on YouTube tomorrow, as well as all my other episodes. I'm full right now. I just got finished eating, so forgive me. So before we begin, I want to ask you guys, look, if you're watching my videos on YouTube, if you don't get a chance to finish the video, please go back. Whenever you have some time, if you're outside cutting the grass, because we're going to have a good couple days next week. If you got to go rake the yard, clean up some of them leaves to get ahead of, when the springtime kicks in, feel free to, pop an earbud in and just listen to the rest of it, while you're out there doing that yard work. Gaia, I'm filming. Go upstairs. Shut the door, please. I'll let you know when you can come down. Okay, man. All right. So again, like if you don't have enough time to go through and finish, the full episode, right, as soon as you hit it, start playing it on YouTube, please go back and finish the rest of the episode whenever you get a little bit of time, cause at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep on doing this thing. I'm not gonna stop just because my views are not, wherever people want them to be, or wherever, what everybody is chasing. I'm not really chasing that. I'm just doing this to drop information because, at the end of the day, we don't know how much time we got left, right? We don't know how much time. I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow, so at the end of the day, this is something that I want to leave behind, to the world, just for the world to see. So before I get into the episode, the topic of today's episode, I want to address something that came across a little crazy on my last episode. So, one of my subscribers, he felt some kind of way about my last episode. And, I guess he felt like he wanted to kind of go back and forth with me in the comment section. And at the end of the day, man, look, feel free to say whatever you want to say in the comment section. Don't always expect me to respond, because I'm not going to always respond. And if you say something, if you don't like something about what I'm saying in my videos, that's fine. Feel free to feel however you want to feel. But at the end of the day, this is my shit. I'm not going to stop doing this, right? This is my podcast. Guy, what are you doing? No. Look, I'm recording. Okay, I'll let you know when you can come back downstairs. Man, that little kid, man. But yeah, so yeah, I keep her off to the side. She's not down here when I'm cussing and shit on my podcast. So that's why I make her stay upstairs. But yeah, this is my podcast, man. This is my shit. And whatever I want to talk about on my podcast, I'm going to talk about it because, again, this is my podcast. So if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about on your podcast, to push out to the people, feel free to do that shit on your own time. You know what I'm saying? But don't think that you're going to come in my comment section and you're going to make me change my way of thinking. If I feel some kind of way, right, and I want to support my women, I want to support women. And if that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you ain't going to change my mind, man. I'm going to shoot this however I want to shoot it. So let's get to this. So going into today's episode, I'm going to call it Watch Your Mouth, or Watch Your Mouth. And just to get things popped off, I noticed that, the reason why I'm calling this episode Watch Your Mouth is because I noticed that when certain people get to a certain level, right, in life, and let's just say a money level, right? Where they get a certain amount of money, they get a certain amount of, people looking at them, and they get a little bit of swag behind them. They kind of change a little bit, right? So I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much, or what you consider success you have. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't care how many fans you have. None of that shit. I don't care about the fans. At the end of the day, you will respect me as a human. You will respect me as a human. There are people walking around in this life, right? They started off just like the rest of us. We were all born into bullshit. I don't care what color you are. At the end of the day, we were born into bullshit. And we all went on our little different journeys, right, in this life. We went on our little different journeys. This person may have done this. This person may have done that. This person may have fell off in a fucking dungeon and they still trying to get up out the dungeon. This person might be sleeping on the streets now. This person might be a fucking crackhead now. This person may just be, my age, working at McDonald's, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just surviving just like everybody else, right? But then you get those people who get to a certain level in life, right? They start making a little bit of money and shit, right? They get a little bit of fame. They get a little bit of success. They get a lot of followers and fans and all this shit. And all of a sudden, something clicks up here and they fucking head just explodes. And they think that they can just talk to motherfuckers any kind of way that they want to. They think they can treat people any kind of way that they want to. And they think that that shit is okay. They think it's okay to treat people like shit just because they made it or what they think they made it, right? Because money, that shit don't mean nothing to certain people, right? Success, all that shit, what you think is success, that shit don't mean nothing, right? Some people, you could be a rich motherfucker, but you got cancer. You could be rich, famous, have all the fans in the world, but you got high blood pressure, diabetes. You got all types of shit wrong with you that you can't even really get under control. But you try to treat the motherfucker who you think is beneath you like shit, right? At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care none about what you think you have or you just because you think you higher than me. I don't care about that shit. You're going to watch how the fuck you talk to me and you're going to watch how you treat me, man. As a human, we are humans, right? You're going to watch how you talk to me. You're going to watch how you treat me. So what sparked this episode today is, what I do is my whole process is I watch a lot of podcasts, Scott, I watch a lot of them. I look at a lot of different podcasts. I don't just sit in my fucking room. I don't sit in the house and just, what do I want to talk about today and just make up some shit. No, I pay attention to shit. I'm listening to shit. I'm watching shit, right? So this episode, I was sitting around watching a podcast and I was listening to this dude talk, right? And it's not just this one dude on this episode of this podcast that I was watching. I've been hearing this shit about this same person for years. Fucking years, right? And the dude that I've been hearing all these stories about is the same type of stories about. It's P. Diddy, right? The P. Diddy of the world. Puff Daddy, if you don't know who that is. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, whatever y'all call him. At the end of the day, I'm a man. You ain't calling me no goddamn Diddy. But I've been hearing these stories about P. Diddy and other entertainers for years. And this shit pisses me off all the time. So I just heard a story, right? This guy on his podcast, his name is Big Face Gary. Big Face Gary used to run with The Rock in them back in the days. And if you don't know who The Rock is, if you don't know, if you're around my age, you should know The Rock, Rockefeller, Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, all them. Big Face Gary, Dame Dash. He used to be in the mix with all of them. Big Face Gary was the fat dude with the big ass head. He was always there with them, right? So Big Face Gary told this story about how he, as a matter of fact, before I get into the story, before I get into Big Face Gary's story, I'm going to end this live on my Facebook. I just want you all, I wanted to give you all a snippet of what's going to be going on tomorrow on the podcast. So don't miss it. Stay tuned. Tune in tomorrow. When you get a chance, head over to YouTube tomorrow. Look for Dustin Calloway on YouTube. And I have a playlist and it's going to be Let's Talk Podcast. It's going to be episode 17. So Tune in tomorrow, and you'll get a chance to, see hear the rest of the story, and see where I'm going with this. So until the next time, my people, on Facebook Live, I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so let's get back to it real quick, right? So I believe I ended off with Big Face Gary, right? So Big Face Gary, he, like I said, he got this podcast where he was on there, and he was just talking about stories. And this is why I like his podcast, because he bring people on from back in the days, and they talk about the different stories and the different stuff that they saw coming up in the game together, right? So Big Face Gary was telling this story about him being at a party with Dame Dash and Puff, right? And Puff had offered Dame a bottle of liquor to drink, right? So Dame wasn't drinking. So Dame slid the shit to Big Face Gary, like, here you go. Puffy looked at Dame and said, I don't drink with the help. All right. I don't drink with the help. So this is what fucking bothers me about people like Diddy. This motherfucker said, I don't drink to the help. I don't drink with the help. So Dame Dash brought his man with him to a party, to an event. And, Dame Dash, Puffy slid him a drink, and he slid him a bottle. And he said, here you go, Big Face Gary, take this, man, it's you. I ain't drinking. Puffy looked and said, I don't drink with the help. This is not my first time hearing this shit about Puffy and other people just like him, right? Who the fuck do you think you are, dude? Like, at the end of the day, who the fuck do you think you are? At the end of the day, one thing I'm not going to be is I'm not going to be like, yeah, I want to be in this whole entertainment business. I want to be in this entertainment business, right? But at the end of the day, you will treat me like a fucking human being. See, people think that all these trinkets and shit mean something. People think that $1 billion in a bank account means something. No, you could just do shit with that money, right? You can go on trips, go buy whatever the fuck you want to go buy. But on the inside, how are you up here and here? Up here, how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you rich in here? Are you rich in here in your soul, right? You tell a motherfucker, I don't drink with the help, and that man's sitting right there, and he hear you say that. How do you expect that man to feel as a human? Because at the end of the day, you say that shit to Big Face Gary, right? And a lot of people have been letting Puff slide over these fucking past few years. Just years, period, man. I've been hearing some of the reckless shit that he say to people. Hey, at the end of the day, couldn't have been me. I don't give a fuck how many bodyguards you got right there, because at the end of the day, we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen then. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen, because what you're not gonna do to me as a man, as a fucking man, my man, you're not gonna disrespect me in my face like that. And that shit, it ain't just Puffy that do shit like that. But today, this episode was created, and it was just built because of the story that I heard Big Face Gary tell. And this ain't the first time that I heard Puffy do some shit like that. Like, I even saw a video of him, and I know some of this shit be entertainment, right? Blowing up on the band for not going to get his cheesecake. Or just some of the bullshit that he always say to people, right? He always say shit to people, do people dirty and shit like that. But we're going to focus on the fact that he called this man the help. The fucking help. And the crazy part is, let's just say we want to talk money, right? He don't even know this man, right? He didn't even know Big Face Gary. He just saw him with Dame. How do you know Big Face Gary? How do you know he don't have more money than you? How do you know? How did you know that? You just said the shit, right? Just because you saw him with Dame Dash, right? So you just assume if Dame it was kind of a stab at Dame too. Because if you see him with Dame, you just assume what, Dame just got motherfuckers up under, broke ass people up under him. He just hang with the help. So out of all the people that walk in the fucking door with Dame, you assume that he the only one that got something going on, and everybody else up under him is just fucking leeches, and they the help. Disrespectful motherfucker. Look, and this is not just strictly to focus on Puffy, right? So to go back to the beginning, what I was talking about was, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about your success. I don't care about none of the shit that you accomplished in life. I don't care that you accomplished, right? Something that means something to you. I don't care if you look in your bank account right now and I got $400 in my bank account and you got 400 million in your bank account. That shit don't mean nothing to me, but you will respect me as a human. I went to school with a lot of people, right? A lot of people, right? A lot of them. And it's a lot of people that I see doing good. A lot of people I see doing real good. And it's a lot of people that I see they fucked up. They messed up out here in these streets like bad. I'm talking about everybody know. Let's just keep it all the way real. I'm not on that fake shit on my podcast. It's a whole bunch of dudes, right? It's a barbershop where it used to be a barbershop in the neighborhood, right? And I used to just see a bunch of dudes up there that I knew from back in the days, and that's all they fucking do. They would be up at the barbershop, just up there, right? So it all started out at the barbershop at my dude house. It was at his parents' house, right in the garage, and that's where it all started. But we was all kind of in school, and everybody was still moving around. But then eventually, everybody that was there graduated from high school, and people moved on. And some people never moved on, right? They just stayed at the fucking barbershop. They just sat there. And they ain't do nothing. That's all they do. They go to the barbershop every day, right? Do we think those people at the barbershop deserve, just because, see, like I said, we got levels, right, to the people that I went to school with. Some of these people up here doing real fucking good. And then we got the people at the bottom. Do y'all feel like just because the motherfuckers is at the barbershop every day, they ain't really doing shit with their life right now? They just on kind of like, they simmering right now. They just sitting in the barbershop chilling, not doing nothing. Do you think when you see them, they don't deserve respect? Just because what? They didn't take the path that you took? Do you think that it's okay to treat them like they fucking idiots? Do you think it's okay? Just because you got money to call them like the fucking help? Like, do you think it's okay, right? Because that's what I've noticed about a lot of people that I went to school with, right? And that's why I really don't fuck with nobody. And that's just me keeping it real. Like, if you ask anybody, hey, like the person that can say that they see me the most is my barber, my dude, my boy Dan. He's the one that can say that he see me the most because he see me every Saturday. Literally every Saturday I go get my haircut. So he see me, we talk, we chop it up. But other than that, I don't fuck with nobody. And it's a major reason it's a reason why I don't. Because some of the people that I used to kick it with growing up back in the days, they are those motherfuckers that need to wash their mouth. They don't talk crazy to me, but I see how they move now, right? And some of them be fake living it on motherfucking social media, pretending like they out here doing big things. And really, I ain't gonna air nobody out, but they the motherfuckers that walk around here treating people like they the fucking help. They walk around acting arrogant. They walk around with a motherfucking stick up their ass. They walk around this bitch like they better than everybody, right? But at the end of the day, we all humans, right? That's who we are at the end of the day. Everybody deserves fucking respect. But you walk around this motherfucker with y'all goddamn P. Diddy attitudes. Y'all motherfuckers walk around this bitch arrogant like somebody supposed to respect that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. None of y'all got going on. At the end of the day. At the end of the fucking day. So watch your fucking mouth. Like, I'm dead serious. Watch your fucking mouth, man. To go back to the P. Diddy story. I think what the issue is with a lot of people, they kind of they think that that's how you supposed to start acting when you get up there. Something in their brains fucking flip on, a switch flip on, and they just start feeling themselves a little bit. They move funny, they talk to you funny, they give you funny dap and shit. Man, stop with that fucking soft ass dap, man. Stop with that, hey, what's up, sir? How you doing, sir? Man, cut the bullshit, man. Just be fucking regular, man. Just because you get a little bit of fucking success, just because you get a little bit of money, don't mean you start shitting on the people that's sitting up under you or you think is up under you. Because you can have all the fucking money in the world. You can have the biggest bank account in the world. You got the best fucking job in the world, but you rotten in here. You rotten in here, right? So at the end of the day, I've seen it. I know a lot of y'all out there with bread. A lot of y'all out there with bread. Y'all walking around. I see y'all in the city moving around. I be seeing y'all. I may not be there, but I see y'all, right? But y'all rotten in here. Y'all rotting all up in here. That's why y'all got to stay on the fucking move, trying to find the next motherfucking bar to go to, trying to find the next club to go to, trying to find the next bitch to sleep with. That's why, because y'all rotting in here. You ain't having fun. You're trying to take that money and that success that you have, and you're trying to suppress all the fucking rotten shit you got going on up in here. But then you look at the person who just at the barbershop all the time chilling, that motherfucker always look like they at peace, right? Now just imagine when that switch flips on for them and they say, I'm about to go into get money mode, right? So they done been down here at the bottom. They know what the fucking bottom feels like. They know what rock bottom feels like. But then one day they decide to wake up and get on that motherfucking track and start getting their shit right. They gonna be better off than you with your rotten ass insides, with your fucking success and your money. Why you shitting on people? You're sitting up here shitting on people because you think you got something better than them. But really, you ain't doing nothing better than them, man. Fucking for real, y'all evened out because he got the motherfucking good insides, his motherfucking internal shit, or her internal shit is good, but they ain't got no bread. They ain't got no success. You got all the bread and the success, but you rotten on the inside. So y'all on the same fucking level, for real. I see it from both ends, man. And that I think that'd be the problem with a lot of people that have something negative or a negative thought about my podcast, you know, when they try to come in the comment section and try to rearrange my thoughts and rearrange what the fuck I'm saying on my podcast. Now, you ain't gonna rearrange my shit, man. I've been in multiple situations, man. I've been in a lot of different situations and I've been in a lot of different places, man. And I think that what happens is, and this is going off the topic, but I think what happens is, and this to go back to the comment section, I think what happens is older people, for some fucking odd reason, older people think that they can't learn shit from younger people. And I know a lot of people like that, man. I know a lot of y'all like that. Y'all older motherfuckers be thinking that just because we younger or we're younger, you know, we younger than y'all, that we can't teach y'all some shit. Who helped fuck up the world the way it is now? Y'all, right? So what I like to say to people who try to come on my podcast and try to change up what the fuck I'm talking about or try to change my fucking thought process on some shit, like I'm not out to fucking destroy people. That's the one thing that I'm not out to do. I'm not talking about destroying people. I'm coming up with topics to help try to fix certain situations, right? I'm not out here to try to destroy people from the inside out. I'm not trying to do that. So what I have to say to the people that try to come on my podcast in the comment section and you got some fucked up shit to say about whatever I'm talking about, hey, feel free to not watch. Feel free to go back to wherever the fuck you came from and you go have a seat, right? Go have a seat. Because this is my shit and I'm going to run it how I want to run it. But again, you know, to go back to my topic, you know, watch your fucking mouth. Flat out. Watch your mouth, man. Because it ain't gonna be a lot of people in this world, man. Like, I put myself in the big face Gary situation. I think that, you know, I already know how Puff Daddy run. I know how he run. I know how Puff operates out here. All them dudes with all that bread, right? They talk all this shit because for real, take that camera off of them and pan around the room. Them motherfuckers got like 6, 7, 8 bodyguards, 6'8", 300 pounds around them. Floyd Mayweather, same thing. He the same type of dude, right? Like he not as bad as Puff Daddy, but I've heard him say some reckless shit to people. Man, look, I'm gonna throw it out there. I'll beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, you heard that shit. You heard that shit. No, this ain't no Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather boxing match. No, I will beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather because he little than the motherfucker. You too little, bro. I don't give a damn how hard you punch. I done watched you throw your hardest punches at them little dudes and you couldn't knock them out. I beat the shit out you, dude. I'm too big. I'm bigger than you, man. I'm bigger than you, bro. So you need to watch your mouth too, because at the end of the day, I've seen him talk reckless to people, treat them like they ain't shit. I've seen it, man. You talking to people like they ain't shit, but then y'all know, look, go look up Google the photo of Floyd Mayweather and his bodyguard standing around him when they walking down the street. The dude is like a little fucking child surrounded by grown men, grown big ass gorilla built dudes. That's why he talked the way that he do. That's why he act the way that he act. Let all the motherfuckers quit on him. Man, we quitting. Ain't nobody protecting you no more, bro. You by your fucking self. He will humble the fuck up. Same thing for P. Diddy. Same thing. Paying around the room. He got big motherfuckers standing around probably with guns and shit. So you think you a king. He said, I've heard him say this before, I partied with kings and queens. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. You party with motherfucking big ass bodyguards. That's what you do. And then you think you could talk down on people. And then he the same type of person, right? Just like the rest of these people that act just like him. They come back around, right? After they do what they do, and they get up in y'all heads and they try to push y'all to do shit for them, right? Go out and rock the votes. Go do this and go do that. Yeah, fuck all that, man. We got to stop forgetting how these people act, man. How these people are. We got to stop sweeping that shit up under the rug. And this goes for the people, even if it ain't a Puff Daddy, right? Let's get off the Puff Daddy subject. Let's just get back on the people that are like him, period. Don't forget about them shitting on y'all. Don't let them motherfuckers get no pass on shitting on y'all. Because that's what they do. They walk around this bitch coming in shitting on you, acting all arrogant and shit. Nah, call them on that shit. Because for real, a lot of these people need fucking wake-up calls. Because at the end of the day, let's say these lights cut out. World lights. Let's say these lights cut out. And we got to go out there and we got to survive. What the fuck you going to do when your money can't do nothing for you now? Your success and your nice ass job can't do nothing for you now because we got to run out the fucking house with a go bag or whatever, and we got to run into them woods and we got to survive. What the fuck is your money and your success going to do for you then? Nothing. Now you really on the same level as everybody else. Now let's go rewind back. Remember, you don't eat with the help. You don't kick it with the help, right? You party with kings and queens. Well, we all out this bitch now. What you gonna do now? We on the same level. We all on this bitch surviving, man. You don't shit on people just because you think you got something better than you think you living better than them. Wake the fuck up. You're not. I know. Look, it was one dude I went to high school with, right? He went to high school when he went with me, and we used to kick it. Like he was one of the first people I met when we fucking moved out to the suburbs. And when I met him, he was cool or whatever, and we was cool. We kicked it a little bit. And he was talking like me. We was regular, right? And he went off to college after we graduated high school. Look, college don't last that long, right? It ain't that fucking long. Man, I saw this dude maybe a year later, right? So he was only in college for like 1 year. Next time I saw him, right? You hear how I'm talking? Next time I saw him. Hey, Calloway, what's up, bro? I said, who the fuck is this? Because I was at an ATM, right? I was at an ATM like down on Coventry somewhere. And I was at the ATM and I was like, somebody was behind me like, Calloway, what's up, bro? I looked back like, who was this? Goofy? And it was this motherfucker. So I'm like, hold the fuck up. I said, what's up, man? I look at him like, what's up, bro? It's like, chilling, bro. Like, what you get into, man? I'm like, hold the fuck up. I said, okay. I knew in my mind that night when I saw him again, I'm like, oh, he gonna be one of them motherfuckers. He gonna be one of them motherfuckers. Fast forward now, he's one of those motherfuckers. He think he better than everybody, right? He think he better than everybody. Talk down on people. Fucking goofy. He's a goofy. But the crazy part is, fast forward, right? Thinking you better than every fucking body, right? Got humbled real quick because guess what ended up happening to that motherfucker? He went into his little world where he was making money off his degree that he got, thinking he was better than everybody, getting all this bread, got caught up in some shit at work, caught a case, and he fucking ended up going to prison. Damn. Humble pie, motherfucker. So now he back on our level. You're a fucking felon. Well, I ain't no felon. I hope there's probably people out there in this, thinking, oh, Dustin a felon. He definitely a felon. No, I'm not. I'm not a felon. But he's a felon. With his successful ass, right? Thinking you better than everybody. But what happened? You got humbled quick. P. Diddy just ain't caught his yet. He ain't caught it yet, right? Because he been running from that shit. It comes back to get you all. It's going to come and get you all. But the dude from high school, yeah, he got humbled real fucking quick. Thinking that everything's sweet. Thinking you can shit on people. Thinking you can just act like you better than everybody because you don't really fuck with the help. Motherfucker, you went to prison now. I ain't celebrating the fact that you went to prison, but I don't give a fuck that you went to prison because I remember who you were before you went to prison. I don't care. You deserved it, motherfucker. Ripping people off, thinking you better than everybody. Really, when you think about it, it was all some fake shit. He was rotting the fucking here, rotting up here, rotting in here, because the shit that he went to prison for, You know why? You thinking you acting like, pretending like you better than everybody. Clearly you were not better than everybody because you were stealing. You were stealing money. So clearly you wasn't better than everybody, but to keep up with that appearance, right? Because that's what it was. I think what he was doing, I believe what he was doing, he was trying to surround himself with a lot of successful people, which I don't knock nobody for, because that's a smart way to move, right? So if you're trying to get to that million, surrounding yourself with people who ain't on that level, who ain't really, aiming at that level with you, it's going to be hard for you to get there because you surrounded by a bunch of people who ain't really helping you drive, right? So it don't hurt to go up a level, hang out with a few different people, but don't forget about your people down here, because what you can do is, for real, you could take what you get from these people up here, pass that down to your people down here, bring them up, boom, then we all up. You know what I'm saying? But I think what he did was, he said, no, I can't keep fucking with these people down here thinking I'm down there. I mean, really, I just don't tell you shit about me. You don't really know anything about what I do outside of this camera, for real. A lot of people don't. It's probably a few people that know what I do outside of this camera, but he didn't know what I was doing. So he just kind of assumed that, so he went on up there with them people, trying to break bread with them, trying to get in there, trying to figure out how they moving up here, how they moving. And they moving with big money up here, but I ain't got big money, but somehow I got to get up there with the big money shit. So let me start stealing. Dumb motherfucker. Then he went to prison because he got caught up. Fed time. Got caught up, went to prison. So now you're a felon. That felony is going to follow you around for life. So you ain't got no choice but to try to do something where they don't run no background check on you. Because they run a background check on you, my man, you went to prison for stealing thousands of dollars, right? From a company. No, actually you got caught stealing thousands of dollars from the government. So you really fucked. So again, to go back to the beginning, watch your fucking mouth. Watch your mouth, man. Stop thinking you better than people because you got a little bit of success. You got a little bit of money in your account, man. Because at the end of the day, if you rotten in here, you rotten up in here, that shit don't mean nothing. Your health is fucked up, that shit don't mean nothing. Nothing at all. So watch your fucking mouth. I think that's gonna be enough for this podcast, man. I've had about enough, man. I think I covered enough of, what I felt like was some good information today. Just because I can't take the shit when I see certain shit, you know what I'm saying? I watch certain shit on social media. I see it online. I feel like I always have to say something. I always have to bring it up, and I have to mention, I have to talk about the shit that kind of gets to me a little bit. So this was one of those things, and that's pretty much where a lot of my podcast, where it comes from. A lot of it comes from my personal experience, and a lot of it comes from just shit that I see online, man, because I feel like a lot of what they put out here on social media, a lot of what they put on the internet, I feel like it's a lot of bad nutrition out there, and then you need a little bit of medication, right? I'm gonna call myself the medication. You need that medication to help you, balance that shit for real, because it's a lot of shit where, like, if we start talking about World Star, we start talking about a lot of stuff that you see on Facebook, Instagram, even TikTok. This shit is really bad nutrition. So, and what I mean by bad nutrition is, it's like you can go watch a video and they'll show you a video on World Star, somebody getting murdered. They show you a video on TikTok, somebody getting murdered. Facebook, you come across a video of somebody getting murdered. You see a group of motherfuckers just beating the shit out of somebody. You see somebody getting beat up with a baseball bat. All bad fucking nutrition. And what I mean by bad nutrition, again, bad nutrition for this. Bad nutrition for what's going on up here. You don't need that shit. A lot of that shit, if you can't process it, like, it's a lot of shit I could watch on social media, and it's not to say that I'm desensitized, but it's like I can just deal with certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff don't really tear me up on the inside. It makes me think. I always try to think about, damn, how can we fix that? Or how could I have fixed that if I was in that situation? How could I have saved those people? That's how I look at it. But for a lot of other people, man, that shit'll beat you down. And don't get me wrong, it's taxing. That shit, it eats at you a little bit. So that's where a lot of my podcasts, my stuff comes from. But I really appreciate y'all supporting me, man. You know, for the people that have been watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really appreciate it. And I want to say by the next episode, I'm going to test out this, I'm going to test out a Zoom call. Not a Zoom call. I'm going to test out a Zoom video play, with me and another one of my guys, his name is Ellery. And I'm going to try to see, how that thing works out, because I definitely want to start bringing on people to talk to, just to bounce stuff off of, because, I'm not gonna lie, man, I get a little tired just talking over and over again. I kind of want to pass that ball a little bit, to somebody else to talk to when I get a chance to. So the next episode, I'll probably have somebody on, and we'll see how it goes. But again, I appreciate you all for your support. All of my social media information is down below in the comments, not the comment section, but in the description of the video. So please check out all my social media platforms. Even all that TikTok stuff, I love it, man. It's really cool. So check me out on all my social media platforms. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, everything. And again, thank you for your support, man. I'll see y'all in the next episode, man. Peace.